So imagine a world where words aren't just spoken. They're actually woven into reality itself, and where emotion isn't something you just feel. It's a literal flame inside you. Today, we're diving deep into a relationship that is defined by this incredible world, a connection built on poetic tension and a devotion that could, quite literally, set everything on fire. And we're going to start with this one powerful line from Giroux, one of our main characters. See, in his world, this isn't just a pretty metaphor. It's real. This sentence is the absolute emotional core of their entire story. It sets the stage for a connection that's both breathtakingly beautiful and incredibly dangerous. Something to be cherished, but also something that could burn everything to the ground. Okay, so to really get Giroux and Pepi, you have to understand their world first. In Arreqqana, language isn't just for chatting. Words are threads that can literally weave reality. They can mend broken bonds, or they can start wars. And emotion? It's a sacred force, this flame that everyone carries. It's a place where what you say, and just as importantly, how you feel, has tangible, undeniable power. All right, so who are the two people at the very heart of this fire? Let's meet Giroux and Pepi. You can think of them as two sides of the same incredible flame. And their dynamic? Well, it's the engine that drives this whole story. And boom, right out of the gate, we get a peek into their private thoughts about each other. Giroux sees Pepi as this completely unique, powerful, almost otherworldly force, the girl who burns different. But she sees right through his cool, charming act. She knows he's this intense inner fire that's just trying to pass himself off as a casual breeze. The tension is right there from the very beginning. So let's zoom in on Giroux for a second. This guy is a walking contradiction, a man of, let's call them, sacred tensions. On the surface, he's a popular, stylish noble, a total flirt, and a brilliant public speaker. But underneath all that, he's a secret poet, a deeply devoted protector who craves peace and a real connection. He's the guy who can win any debate, but also writes prayers in hidden journals. This duality, it's everything. And then you've got Pepi. Her voice is her power. It is literally said she could start or end a war with just her words. She's a leader, she's fierce, she is strong. But just like Giroux, there is so much more going on underneath. There's the secret softness that makes her wonder if anyone sees the real her, beyond the powerful title of flame-threaded weaver. You know, she finds her comfort not in big crowds, but by talking to the sea when no one else is around. So, you might be asking, how do two people this complex even talk to each other, let alone flirt? Well, in Arreqqana, flirting is basically a sacred art form, woven with this poetic language where every word carries a deep, significant meaning. Okay, take this term, vivoraten chilazjo. It means heat thread charmer. This is for that person who walks into a room and just owns it, not with arrogance, but with this confident, slow-burning warmth. Think of it as the ultimate compliment for someone with that effortless, magnetic charisma. And this perfectly shows how Pepi sees him. She says this about Giroux. She recognizes that his flair isn't just a performance. It's the outward glow of that slow-burning fire he has inside. He is a heat thread charmer, and she seems to be the only one who really understands the true nature of his heat. All right, let's look at another one, but this one's got a totally different vibe. It's more subtle, more elegant. Kara, or smooth thread walker. This isn't about being loud or flashy. This is about a quiet, almost seductive grace in the way someone moves or speaks, an almost spiritual attraction that just pulls you in without you even realizing it. And then you get Giroux, describing Pepi in a way that just perfectly captures this idea of a Kara. He sees past her powerful public image to her quiet inner light, the way she burns when she thinks no one's looking. He doesn't just see her strength, he sees her true, blinding soul. But, you know, their connection isn't always so poetic and serious. Giroux, ever the performer, sometimes uses let's say, a very different kind of language to get her attention. And that's when their dynamic shifts from reverence to just pure, unfiltered teasing. No, I'm not kidding. The man starts rapping. You can just picture him, right? Leaning against a wall, all swagger, trying to win her over with these silly rhymes. It's goofy, it's completely over the top, and it is 100% Giroux. And Pepi's reaction, it's just perfect. She's completely deadpan, acting totally unimpressed, but you just know she is secretly loving every second of this ridiculous little show. She knows his games inside and out. But then, right in the middle of all this clowning around, the mask slips. He drops this line of pure, unfiltered truth. My heart beats peppy, can't shut it down. He wraps his genuine feelings inside a joke, a classic move for someone who's terrified of being truly honestly seen. And that one little line, that single moment of realness, it cracks the whole thing wide open. The vibe shifts instantly from playful teasing to this profound, unscripted honesty, showing us the incredible range of their connection. And Peppy just calls him on it. She sees exactly what he's doing, using laughter as a shield to hide how vulnerable he is. She's basically asking him to drop the act, to let her see the truth without the performance. And for what feels like the first time, Jaru doesn't deflect. He just admits it. He tells her that when he's with her, the act just falls away, and the raw emotion underneath feels almost too intense, too real to even handle. This is the moment the flame that pretends he's just a breeze finally admits how hot his fire truly is. And Peppy's response? It isn't fear. It's acceptance. Total acceptance. She doesn't just see his inner storm, she embraces it. She suggests that maybe their intense, chaotic connection isn't some mistake. Maybe it's their destiny, the dance they were always meant to have. So all of this raw emotional honesty, it leads them to a place that's even deeper, to their most intimate and spiritual moments. We find them under the twin moons of Arreqqana, where their connection goes beyond the personal and starts to touch the divine. Peppy asks Jaru if he believes in a goddess, and his answer tells you everything you need to know about his soul. He doesn't just say yes, he says he feels her presence in the very fabric of the world, in the pull of love, in the threads of everything. This is his core belief system laid bare. And then he does it. He delivers the ultimate statement of devotion. He looks right at Peppy and equates her with that same divine, all-powerful force he just described. To him, she isn't just a girl he loves, she is a manifestation of the sacred. The line between romantic love and spiritual worship completely disappears. And that's where we leave them. We've seen their private thoughts, their sacred language, their playful teasing, and their profound spiritual bond. They are the storm and the dance, the fire and the scroll. But it all begs one massive question. For a connection this intense, this all-consuming, what happens when the music finally stops?